8, with less than 100 trucks being allowed entry through the Rafah border gate. This is a mere fraction of what is desperately needed by the Palestinians in Gaza, who are enduring relentless bombardment. The blockade is not just an act of aggression, it's a blatant violation of international law, constituting a war crime. With over 2.2 million people in Gaza, half of whom are children, the impact of this blockade is catastrophic. Hospitals are overwhelmed, medical supplies are running out, and the infrastructure is crumbling. The targeted attacks on bakeries and dwindling food reserves are pushing the people of Gaza to the brink. We stand here today not just as representative of our organizations, but as voices of conscience to demand that President Abdul Fattah el-Sisi open the Rafah gate without delay. The 8 trucks filled with life-saving supplies must be allowed to pass. Every moment of inaction is a moment too long. We urge President Sisi to prioritize the lives of the Palestinians, to stand against the oppressive directives of the Zionist regime, and to open the Rafah border gates. We are not just advocating for the rights of the Palestinians. We are advocating for the principles of justice, humanity, and dignity. The world is watching, and history will remember our actions. Let us be on the right side of it. And the right side is Palestine. The right side is Palestine. The right side is Palestine. Thank you.
One, two, three, four.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Open up the border walls.
Open up the border walls.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Sisi helps the Zionist state.
Sisi helps the Zionist state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Open up the border walls.
Open up the border walls.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Sisi helps the Zionist state.
Sisi helps the Zionist state.
And our next speaker is Lamis Deek from Al-Auda, New York.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
والسلام على أرواح الشهداء، والسلام على المقاومة ومحور المقاومة الطاهر الكريم والشريف. أول رسالة لعائلتي وأهلي بغزة وفلسطين. We are with you every second of every day. We do not rest until you rest. And when it is time for you to rest, we will only escalate our efforts, not just against the Zionist regime, not just against the Zionists here, but against all of those who have facilitated and perpetuated and aided and abetted the crimes that we are watching. My second message is to the Sisi Egyptian regime, which in between, excuse me, I'm just gonna, Bill, can you, yeah. Which in between oppressing and murdering its own people has taken to starving and depriving Palestinians, even as they are facing on this very day the worst phase of massacres in this genocide. We are telling him that we will not stop, not now and not after, not just in the streets, but we promise you in the courts and in every agency. Aiding and abetting and conspiring and facilitated genocide is a crime punishable criminally and civilly everywhere in the world. And we want Sisi and all of his ministers to know that we intend to pursue you, not just in the ICC where it will take years, but in every third country that will have this. That we will seek arrest warrants unless you immediately open the Rafah gate. That we will pursue you for sanctions wherever you are. That you will not be allowed to interact monetarily with freedom after and as you commit genocide in tandem with the Zionist regime. Now, I see today that not many people came out, and even those in our coalition were hesitant to give the air of having attacked an Egyptian or an Arab government at this time. But we are also very clear, as our people in Gaza said, we're not asking for the Arab regimes and the despots to come to our savior.
Yeah.
We are not asking for handouts or supplies or military support. We are asking that you stop. I correct myself. We are demanding. We are demanding. And we will continue to demand and enforce the rights of Allah and enforce this demand that you stop facilitating the murder of our people. That you stop aiding and abetting the massacres and the starvation of our people. We know that before this, 500 trucks a day entered Rafah. And since this, you murderous, traitorous cowards, since this, you have allowed a mere 200 to enter in 3 weeks. ولا راح ننسى ولا راح نرحم ولا واحد منكم. واللي عنده شرف، أنا بحكي للجنود المصريين اللي على الحدود، واللي عنده شرف وعنده شوية ما حدا حيندم انه ما شارك بذبح الاطفال من شان الدولار ومن شان نصف دولار. افهموا هذا الحكي. واحنا مش راحمين اي حدا بكل محكمة وبكل دولة. جايين لكم، افتحوا الحصار فورا. يا للعار ويا للعار،
يا للعار ويا للعار،
باعوا الشرف بالدولار،
باعوا الشرف بالدولار.
يا للعار ويا للعار،
يا للعار ويا للعار،
والصهيوني جوا الدار،
والصهيوني جوا الدار،
والصهيوني جوا الدار.
والصهيوني جوا الدار.
And my last message is to all of you. Yes, I see people are getting tired, and all of us have been sleep deprived. But now more than ever, just as the war criminals will take their place in history, in the trash bins of history, it is time that we all put in the effort more now than ever, because friends, it will get worse. As bad as you see it now, it will get worse. And the onus on us is to not stop, to power through everything, and with my deepest respect, set aside all you can at this moment, not just for the Palestinian people, not just for the babies and the women and the men, our beautiful Palestinian men, not just for them, but for your own futures. What the Western world has made clear to all of you, to the entire global South, is that you and you and you are disposable. That if you demand dignity and equality, what happens to Palestinians in Gaza and in the West Bank will happen to you. My second request is that people understand and know who of their neighbors and friends is a Zionist settler or is aiding and abetting in the murders in Gaza and in the West Bank now. Don't do anything. Report it. Find us on Twitter. Let us know. Gather information. Just as our people in Gaza fight for justice and liberation, we extend that fight to every forum in the world. And hold your heads up high. You are not few. You are the few bravest who dare to come out. You are joined by millions, if not billions, across the world. And everything that happens here is known to Gaza, is known to Palestine. So raise your voices and your flags and your chins and your chests high and demand no justice,
no peace,
no justice,
no peace,
no justice,
no peace.
Israel out of the Middle East.
Israel out of the Middle East.
We are not few. We are